What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new series. I have Cell in a lot of my videos and he is my channel's mascot after all, so it's about time we make another series about him. I kinda wanted to do a plotline where he doesn't necessarily turn good, but he ends up living, and I had a pretty good idea for that. This is actually based off the same exact concept I had in What If Raditz Survived, but instead of Raditz, it's Cell obviously. A scenario where miraculously, he's able to live, and not a scenario where he just immediately turns good either. So, what's gonna happen as a result of this? Let's set a like goal of 5,000 likes. If we hit that, I'll continue this into a full story. Anyways, let's discuss what might have happened if Cell ended up surviving. Our story begins during the final encounter with Cell. Gohan launches the father-son Kamehameha, finally being able to overwhelm Cell in terms of power, seemingly destroying every little bit of him, except for one little speck. The beam flies out into space, launching this far away, and this little particle of Cell drifts off into space, going far out of the solar system, completely removed from Earth. While those left on Earth celebrate the defeat of Cell, out in space, some hope remains for the android. He barely has any power left, but slowly, that little speck of him begins regenerating, crashing into a faraway moon, slowly morphing into the same Cell as before. He has no power left within him. He barely had enough to regenerate. It's a miracle that he survived at all. He honestly can't believe it either. Escaping death once was one thing, but 2 times in the same day basically? He can't fight even if he wanted to. And even if he did want to teleport to Earth somehow, he can't. He doesn't even have enough energy for instant transmission. Plus, everyone is powered down anyway, so it's not like he could locate it either. He sits on this faraway moon, barely able to stand. He'll find Earth again, and he'll finish this. Now definitely isn't the moment to attack. Maybe that time will come soon. Off in Otherworld, King Kai is with Goku. They also think that Cell has been defeated, but King Kai feels very unsure about it. And as he looks into it, it seems that Cell actually didn't die. He can't confirm it for sure, but he says that even though they might have won, they still have to be vigilant. They can't know for sure if Cell actually did die or not. He could still be out there. Maybe he even regenerated again. And he's gonna keep trying to look around the universe seeing if he could find Cell anywhere. Because obviously there's no evidence here of him in Otherworld or whatever. And he doesn't even know if there should be any evidence of him here. King Kai contacts Piccolo telling him this. And Piccolo says he'll keep this in mind, making sure Gohan and Vegeta are aware of it as well. And Gohan can't believe this. He thought Cell was gone for good. There's no way he could actually still be out there, right? Piccolo says he doesn't know either. But there is one thing they can do to help. Months go by as time passes. Cell recovered after a few days. And over this time in space, he'd never even have the opportunity to locate Earth. He was launched pretty far away. He didn't realize that Gohan sent him out that far. Is that how much strength he had in that blast? It's even more of a miracle that he survived that, considering the speed at which he left Earth. He hasn't even been doing too much out here. He's been incredibly bored, trying to occupy himself in any way possible. He scours the universe around him, going to all these different planets around, but not many of them have intelligent life, or any life at all for that matter. He does some spotty training here and there, but not really too much. He tries to actually find his way back to Earth without instant transmission. But navigating out in space with no idea of where he is at the moment, that's a little bit tough, even for someone as smart as him. He can't even tell which star is which, because if he could, maybe he could locate Earth that way, but nope, that's not gonna work. He can't sense any energies nearby either, until one day, he senses a large power spike far away, and he can immediately tell what it is. There's no doubt about it. It's Gohan's energy, the same energy he felt in the Cell games. Back on Earth, Piccolo and Gohan are training together. Piccolo wants Gohan to tap into that same power again. He doesn't think that Cell is out there, but regardless, he doesn't want Gohan to lose focus. And if Cell is alive, then it's even better to do this because Gohan could just defeat Cell again. They have been training on and off, but Gohan hasn't really gone into Super Saiyan 2 again too much. At least not to his full power. This is the first time he's used all his strength, which is exactly why Cell's able to sense it. He powers up into Super Saiyan 2, fighting Piccolo and easily defeating him. He and Piccolo have worked together on not being overconfident in battle, because that's kind of what screwed Gohan over in the first place, and he has to make sure to not let that power control him. Have it be the opposite way. He needs to control that power, harness that anger, use that power with a clear mind if anything. Gohan's actually marginally stronger by now, but it's not a considerable amount. But even though it's not by much, he still has grown a bit stronger, as has Piccolo. The two get ready to spar once more, assuming a battle stance is staring each other down from a few feet away. But then in the middle of them, somebody just appears out of thin air. Immediately they feel a wave of terror, but also a wave of anger. It's Cell! He's actually back! And without hesitation, Gohan's full power flares up again. And almost automatically, Gohan launches into attack. Cell gets grazed by the attack, barely able to teleport out of the way once more, going to where Piccolo is. Piccolo swings behind him, trying to attack Cell, but he blocks it. But he doesn't fight back though. He tells them to stop, trying to calm them down. But Gohan then immediately launches in for another attack. Cell barely is able to guard against it, and feels the pain ringing through his body. And once more he teleports out of the way, and Piccolo yells at Gohan, "Kill him now, don't hesitate at all." And Gohan says he's not, that's what he's been trying to do. Cell seems a tad stronger than before, and not just that, he's using instant transmission pretty efficiently. But Gohan will finish it in one blow. He hesitated last time to kill Cell, and he doesn't want the same thing happening here. Cell reluctantly teleported here, not really knowing if he'd get another chance. He knew that it might have been too soon, and that they would have attacked him immediately. But he tries telling him to calm down again. He isn't here to attack, and as Gohan prepares his final strike, Cell tries to think of the best thing to say. And he tells them, if he were here to kill them, he would have done it by now. He would have blown up Earth. It would be pretty easy. He's had more than enough time here already to do so, and he could have even done it from space. Don't they at least realize that? He's not here to kill them or destroy Earth. Give him just one moment to speak. He teleports out of the way once more, dodging Gohan's attacks. And Gohan asks, why should he give Cell a chance to even speak here? And Piccolo yells out to Gohan once more, don't get distracted, just kill him. But Cell tells Piccolo to calm down too. Again, if he wanted them dead, he could have destroyed Earth, and he's had plenty of chances to kill Piccolo already as well. He tells him what his true motive is. He was made to be the perfect warrior, but what's the point of that if there's no one to fight? All he aims for is a good fight, and after mulling on it, he's come to realize that's his purpose in this universe. All that time alone out in space, secluded from everything and everyone, alone with his thoughts and his own intellect. He recognizes that Gohan has the potential to be the greatest warrior ever, and the greatest rival to Cell. That's the whole reason he came back. He wants to face Gohan again. And he knows if he just destroys Earth and everything around here, that's not going to work. He's tried that method before, and it didn't work out. He knows he'll just walk into his death again. He simply wants to fight the strongest people in the universe. That's his only goal, just to grow stronger, just to fight, continuously experience the thrill of battle. Besides, he's his own person. Why should he still follow the purpose of killing Goku? Why give in to what Jiro wanted his purpose to be? Goku's already dead anyways, and Cell has his own free will. He should focus on what makes him happy. Of course, this isn't to say he's good now. He hasn't just had some change of heart. It's just that he realizes he could attack. He could destroy everything here. But that wouldn't work. That would just leave him bored. Why go after Gohan and get revenge against him when he could just fight him for as long as he likes? Possibly even facing other great warriors on this Earth too. If Piccolo were to grow stronger again, that first time he faced Cell, that was his first true opponent. Or Vegeta, that time that he fought Cell. Cell knows that the warriors on Earth have some great potential. Sure, there is some fun in destroying it, but long term, the real fun comes in facing them. He tells them because he wants them to keep growing as warriors. He'll keep growing as well. They don't need to worry about him destroying Earth, or killing them for that matter. There's no fun in that. And while it might seem like he's not a threat, realize that he's doing this for completely selfish reasons too. Just to test his power, boost his own ego. And Gohan asks why they should even trust Cell after what happened last time. He killed Goku. He killed so many other people too. And Cell says that if Gohan really must kill him, he could do so. But today won't be that day. Gohan quickly launches a blast, but Cell teleports away once more, going to wherever he senses the next energy that he feels. Smiling as he does so, he looks forward to their next encounter. Piccolo gets mad and tells Gohan he should have just killed Cell right away, but Gohan says something is different about his demeanor. He wasn't speaking like he had bloodlust, but rather that he just wanted to actually battle. Also, the thing he said about not wanting them to die. He's right, he could have just killed them by surprise if he really wanted to. And he knew that he was completely outmatched here, so why would he teleport here just to try and kill them with his own hands? It sounds like the true reason he came here was to actually give them some sort of message. It's not his style to kill them by surprise, and it was impossible for him to kill them by just actually fighting here. Gohan tells Piccolo he could feel the maliciousness in his energy, but it wasn't the same type as before. And as Piccolo thinks on it, he realizes that he kind of felt the same thing, and Gohan's logic actually does make sense here. He actually calms down a bit. Well, everything he said pretty much is true. And if anything, this is a good example that Gohan's growing. He felt Gohan's power spike even farther beyond where it was before, the immeasurable rage that he felt from seeing Cell again. But somehow he did control himself, keep his composure. If he truly did lose all control, he would have just killed Cell on the spot without any questions. But he actually tried to hear him out, even if it might have been a bad thing. And Piccolo does think back to what Cell was like before. Cell seems pretty content being perfect. He still is. And of all their foes, he was the only one to make a tournament and try to give them a fighting chance. He surprisingly even kept his word to let them train for 10 days without killing them. He's not an underhanded villain like anyone they faced before. Sure, he still is a villain, but not the same as them. But Gohan assures Piccolo, next time Cell's here, it won't be an issue. He'll give Cell what he wants, a true fight, a test of their powers. And it will be a fight to the death. If Gohan loses, that means he simply failed as a warrior. But that's not going to happen. Cell's going to create a rival that he won't be able to surpass. Gohan needs to do this, not just for himself, but for the sake of Earth, the sake of everyone around him. And most importantly, to make up for what happened to Goku. Well, Piccolo's glad that this will at least motivate Gohan, but he wonders what Cell is really going to be up to for the time being. Is that his only motive? Surely it can't just be that simple. If anything, that kind of actually reminds him of Goku. You know, the fact that he just wants to fight someone. But it does make sense, actually. I mean, he was made in Goku's image after all, so him being obsessed with just having a great battle, it kind of makes sense to Piccolo that he's like that too. He was also made to kill Goku, so why not fight fire with fire? Piccolo still isn't too sure what to think on this, but everything that Gohan said, it kind of does make sense. Out in space, Cell starts training once more. It's not too great without a partner, but he does grow stronger. but also he spends a lot of time traveling the universe, trying to see if he can find any other strong warriors, which he really can't. But once again, he's out there just alone in the vacuum of space, alone with his thoughts, just pondering. This universe is so vast, but there's nothing around to do. If he truly becomes the strongest warrior, the true epitome of perfection, and he destroys his foes, his potential rivals, what is there left for him to do? Just go around this empty expanse of nothingness? Destroying planets? Where's the fun in that? Cell can't see himself living like this. There has to be something else to keep him going, to keep him motivated. Sure, he can become the strongest warrior. He knows he has it in him. He's ascended perfection once. He could probably do it again. But what's the fun in that perfection if there's no one to test it out against? And he smiles a bit, thinking about it. He will surpass Gohan, and one day they'll battle again. He's thankful it went this way. He's glad he didn't just kill Gohan and destroy everything. And he's glad that he didn't die by Gohan's hand. This is a new chapter in his life. Years pass. And on Earth, of course, Cell never shows up. But Gohan and Piccolo continuously train together. And Vegeta hears about the whole encounter with Cell and can't believe they didn't kill him again. And if he ever sees Cell again, he doubts that he could defeat him. But knowing that he's out there makes him kind of want to. He's already sworn off fighting, but reluctantly, he resumes his own training. Just in case, basically out of self-preservation. He accepted that Kakarot and Gohan, they're just above him. He might not surpass them, but he could still improve himself, still become a stronger warrior. Sure, he may have been outdone by both of them before during the Cell games, but that doesn't mean he should stop, throw away everything he's worked for. He'll ascend his own limits, in his own way. And over this time period, Vegeta is able to harness Super Saiyan 2 for himself. He, Piccolo, and especially Gohan have grown a lot stronger. And Gohan's especially confident that he could beat Cell. And it's not the cockiness that he had before, it's confidence. He knows he could do it. He knows he won't mess up. He won't let its power get the better of him. And if Cell truly is a threat, he'll stop that threat. But he does think about what Cell said. Cell could be his rival, push him even further. The two could build off each other, improving that way. Gohan can't put his trust in Cell. Besides, his only experiences with Cell were him trying to kill him, and then him just popping into Earth one day randomly to say, hey, let's be rivals. He's not going to trust Cell that easily. But finally, one day after so long, Cell actually does return to Earth. Vegeta and Piccolo are ready to fight right away, but Cell reiterates, he's here for Gohan. It's like he said before. He is curious on how strong they've grown as well, but he knows that Gohan still has to be the strongest, right? And Gohan does step up, walking towards Cell. And Cell notes how Gohan's actually different from before. It really has been a while. He's no longer that child that he fought before. And the two stare each other down as Gohan walks closer. Gohan tells Cell he was waiting for this. He's not sure if Cell is a threat or not, but warns Cell he is prepared to kill him if he does try anything like that. But Cell reminds them, again, if he really wanted to, he could have done so easily. He's a man of his word after all. He might not be their ally, he might not be a good guy, but they can at least trust that he's being honest. And Gohan's not so sure about that. But Cell laughs. Alright, well, if Gohan does need to kill him, he'd like to see him try. Show that full power. And Gohan can see through Cell's cockiness. He does seem threatening, but not like before. And Gohan knows Cell is just trying to psych him out, trying to get that anger to come out again, just like he did during the Cell games. That evil in his ki is still there, but he can tell that Cell is genuine in his goal. He actually does just want to fight. That Saiyan side, it's taking over him. The two get ready to face off. Cell assumes a battle stance and then powers up. His aura is fierce, looking like Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 aura, but he looks no different than before. He hasn't transformed at all, but he has certainly grown a lot stronger. And Gohan turns Super Saiyan. And Cell comments, he has some great potential of his own, but unfortunately couldn't quite fully tap into it yet, especially without a great training partner out there. Frieza and Cold are only a part of his DNA after all, and not the full makeup of it. So that did kinda help him grow, but he still has been trying to awaken that dormant potential, and hasn't really had too much success, but he has grown a lot stronger. And he asks Gohan, use that same power that he used before, not the normal Super Saiyan form, no. He wants that ascended version, that one he unlocked during the Cell games, and the one that he used to try and kill him during that last encounter. And Gohan asks if he means Super Saiyan 2, and Cell says yes, although that name is kinda underwhelming if that's what they actually call it. So, Gohan obliges, going Super Saiyan 2. And Piccolo warns Gohan to not get too cocky, but Gohan tells Piccolo that he doesn't feel any arrogance right now. He's gonna win this fight quickly. Besides, if you weren't going full power right from the start, that would probably mean he's not taking it as seriously as he should be. And he assumes a battle stance, telling Cell he's ready whenever he is. Cell smiles. And as the two get ready for their duel, this is where we'll leave off for now. What do you guys think about this part? What's going to happen going forward if this series continues? Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As usual, be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you want to see the series continue and if you want to help with the channel. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.